This is AMS TV and you are watching AMS English News, and here are today's top stories. Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray has demanded that 6 members of parliament who left his party and joined the Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena should be disqualified. He said that if the rule of law exists in the country, these MPs should lose their membership because they changed side for personal benefit and not for public development. Uddhav also raised the issue of alleged theft of donation at the Ram Temple. He strongly criticized the BJP and called it Babar Janata Party. He said Babar destroyed the Ram Temple in the past, while the BJP is now looting the newly built temple. The BJP has not yet responded to his remarks. The BJP government in West Bengal is likely to present the Uniform Civil Code or UCC bill in the State Assembly today. Before the Assembly election, the BJP had promised to bring the law within 6 months of forming the government. The new government was formed on May 9th. The proposed bill aims to replace religion-based personal laws with one common civil laws for all citizens. It will cover matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance, property distribution and adoption. Supporters say the law will ensure equal rights for everyone, while critics believe it may affect the religious and cultural practices of different communities. Tejasvi Yadav has vacated the Rabri residence at 10 Circular Road in Patna along with his family. Monday was the last day to leave the government bungalow after receiving an official notice. The next residence of the Lalu family has not been officially confirmed yet. However, reports suggest that Lalu Prasad Yadav and Rabri Devi may temporarily shift to the government bungalow at 1 Polo Road. The move comes after the deadline to vacate the current residence expired. Officials are expected to complete the formal process after the bungalow is handed over. The political development has drawn attention in Bihar, while the family has not yet made any official statement about their permanent new home. The Supreme Court has refused an urgent hearing in the Ayodhya Ram Temple donation theft case. A lawyer requested a CBI investigation, but the court asked why the matter needed immediate hearing and said it could be taken up after the court vacation. Meanwhile, Ayodhya police visited banks to examine the accounts of 8 accused persons. Investigators are checking financial transactions to trace the stolen donation money. The accused will be produced after a local court today, where the police will seek their custody for further questioning. The investigation into the alleged theft is continuing. A tragic road accident on the Samruddhi Expressway in Maharashtra claimed the life of 5 members of the same family. The crash happened on Sunday afternoon near Damangaon Railway in Amravati district. According to police, the speeding car crashed into a truck parked on the roadside. The family from Chandrapur was traveling to Akola to attend a function. Those killed include the car driver, his parents, his wife, his daughter-in-law, and his 10-year-old granddaughter. Police have registered the case and started an investigation to find out the exact cause of the accident. The United States and Iran have agreed to stop military attack on each other for now. The two countries had exchanged strikes over the last 3 days, raising fear of a bigger conflict in the Middle East. Officials say both sides are ready to continue diplomatic talk instead of fighting. Another round of negotiation will take place in Qatar tomorrow. Meanwhile, ships will continue to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil routes. The decision has eased concern about global oil supplies and regional security. The world is now watching the Qatar talks closely. Pakistan says it carried out military strike on 3 militant bases inside Afghanistan. According to the Pakistani military security forces, first launched a ground operation in Bajaur district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Then they carried out cross-border attack on 3 suspected militant hideouts in Afghanistan. Pakistan claims that 29 militants, including a commander of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or TTP, were killed. The operation came just 1 day after a militant attack in Karachi. Afghan authorities have not yet confirmed Pakistan's claim. The incident may increase tension between the two neighboring countries. The situation is being closely monitored. Indian stock markets opened lower on Monday with the Sensex falling nearly 200 points to trade around 76,900. The Nifty also slipped about 50 points and was trading near the 24,000 mark. Selling pressure was seen mainly in auto, IT, and metal stocks, pulling the markets down. Investors remain cautious as weakness continues across several major sectors. Market experts say global trends and profit booking may have affected investor sentiment. Trading is expected to remain volatile as investors closely watch domestic and international market development throughout the day. India suffered a narrow one-run defeat against Ireland in the second T20 match in Belfast as Ireland completed a 2-0 series clean sweep. The loss ended India's remarkable run of 16 consecutive T20 series victories. Captain Shreyas Iyer became only the second Indian captain to lose his first two T20 match in charge after Rishabh Pant. Meanwhile, opener Abhishek Sharma was dismissed for a duck for the sixth time in T20 International. Heavy rainfall has created flood-like conditions in the northeastern states of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. In Assam's Dhemaji district, a 300-meter-long iron bridge over the Kemi River was washed away after the river overflowed because of continuous rain. The bridge was an important road link and its collapse has cut off transport between Chonai, Sadar and nearby villages. In Arunachal Pradesh, 3 people lost their life in separate rain and landslide incident. In Sikkim, a belly bridge over a Pikola river was also swept away by strong flood waters. Rescue and emergency teams have been deployed and authorities are closely monitoring the situation. People living in low-lying areas have been asked to stay alert as more heavy rain is expected. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more update next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.